Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. This is the Daily Dump Hump, the 37th edition, the 37th edition. And we here. We here. We had the 36th edition. We talked about a lot of things. And I just sound, he said, I'm watching a video called Truth about so called black women, right? That's what they call us and everything else, right? We're going to get into it. We're going to get right into it. Um, it's very interesting times. People still on that color struck nonsense. The brainwash of our people is real, y'all. Like, who cares at this point? I'm tired of talking about them. It's irrelevant. It's designed for hate. Do I hate them? No, I don't really hate them like that. I don't even care for them like that. But do I hate them as a people? No. I love my people sometimes. Sometimes we just get brainwashed into stuff. So-called white men don't care nothing about us like that, and it just showed you. But you got to look past that stuff. Now, I've been watching this dude. What's his name? YDR, known as Young Don Reacts. But by the way, this dude is somewhat married. These married dudes on these podcasts are hilarious, bro. They're the funniest motherfuckers in the world. They really are. They're the funniest people in the world. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being married, but married dudes, man, y'all, some of y'all are simps though on the low too. I'm just gonna keep real. I don't mess with y'all like that. I mess with y'all's content. I mean, y'all for entertainment purposes only. But if you're gonna come in here and try to say, "Oh, we over here acting weird," no, y'all niggas is weird, having weird takes. Ain't nobody studying y'all. It's cool. Now, if you have kids and they're grown or whatever, that's cool. I ain't got no problem. It's the ones that's young and saying dumb shit. That's what I have a problem with. And they be on these podcasts, think they better than everybody. That's the problem I can't stand. And they have this attitude. And you got these dudes listening to O'Shea. Like that's the sad part. Like O'Shea don't give a fuck about you. Have you known he don't care nothing about none of you niggas? He's just as bad as everybody else. Like y'all need to get y'all eggs out. That dude ain't the truth. He's a fraud, bro. Just like the rest of them niggas in the so-called manager space, like 2.0, like my man Wacky will say. And they niggas, bro. No one cares about them. Now I know sports, the Kawhi Leonard situation with Ballmer, that shit's serious. Now they trying to compare that to the Joe Smith shit. And Ticket TV's been talked about. Shouts to him for that. He and Pablo Torre, he better be careful because if it don't come out, if it, salute, if it doesn't come out that he did that shit, and remember, Ballmer's a Microsoft guy. They get away with a lot of shit. So yeah, he lawyering up. And y'all got to be careful, man. That shit ain't nothing to play with. If we have a Democratic president, was this you would never hear this story. I promise you wouldn't, because they need that tariff money so they can keep that thing afloat. And Adam Silver, he's involved in that shit too. So it's like it's tough. He said Adam got to do that, and they try to replace the commission. That ain't gonna happen because he got too much power. The league done been sold out. I'm trying to tell you, they don't care about us like that, and the fans. What I found the first game in Brazil, I just watched the Chargers last week and the Chiefs. My Eagles beat the brakes off of. Well, they didn't beat the brakes off the Cowboys. That was a great game. The Cowboys looked good, what I expected, but the Eagles they did good, man. Like they still the chance for a reason. And Cowboys, what they are, they have a good coach. It's gonna be interesting. Commanders won. I don't care for them. They're gonna lose some games, but they're gonna be tough to stop out too in that division. But when I saw the Kansas City loss like that to the Chargers, that's a tall tale sign. Right on schedule. The collapse is here. That Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged. It's over for that franchise, man. Now they gonna shit on them. It's over for the Kansas City. I never really cared for them, but they got too much competition. Raiders gonna get good. Chargers gonna get good. Chargers gonna have to beat the Raiders. And if they do, that Herbert kid is looking nice. Him and that guy in Minnesota, he impressed me. They came back and beat the Bears like that, and the Bears thought they was. I still, like I said, it's gonna be Detroit, Minnesota, and then you got Green Bay. Chicago going to have to wait. I mean, football season's on the way. It looks good for where I'm standing. Atlanta blew a game, of course. Tampa Bay. I expect them to win. It was a good game. They both kickers missed field goals, and the kicker from Atlanta got mad. He was an Asian dude. He got frustrated, but he blew the play. He usually don't miss those, but he get what he get. Them foul goers, man, they need to go sit down, man. I call them the foul goers. I don't call them the Falcons. They be goring up shots and ain't doing shit. Get out of here with that shit, man. Ain't nobody care about no damn Falcons out here, especially in the state I'm in currently in Georgia. But I don't live in ATL no more. I just never care for the Falcons. My team has always been the Eagles. I'm from originally from somewhere else, and I'm just a transplant here. But come on now, I gives a damn about no damn shit like that. Y'all crazy. Y'all must live in la la land. But the sports world is crazy. Yeah, they are. What's going on, degenerate? But that shit is wild though. Like when I look at the sports world, and I'm just looking at this video with this guy reacting. I'm not really caring, and they talk about the females and all that. That's irrelevant to me because what else is new? White men ain't caring nothing about y'all like that. So-called white people ain't caring nothing about y'all. They weren't about their shit. To be honest with you, I learned a lot from these past couple of days, and especially the sports world. And Cam and Mason's doing very well. They had Pac-Man Jones the other day. Thought that was shit was hilarious. They got the same crew, new intro, and all that. It is what it is. Looking good for the show. I think Arabia has one kid and a child. She's cute as hell as a black woman, but I think she's going with a football player, and they have the kids, so it's gonna be interesting. She's stuck it to sports, so you know how that goes. And a lot of people just get caught up in the moment. So you look at things right now. So yeah, sports is looking good. NBA is gonna be very interesting. But that Kawhi Leonard situation, I won't have my 2 cents on it. I think Kawhi's uncle is responsible for all this. Me personally, I just say he's involved in it. Uncle Dennis and the reports. Me and my dad was sharing messages on the Yahoo about Paulo Torre. Paulo Torre used to work at ESPN. A lot of people don't know this. He did some shit like this before. And yeah, he's cool with Dan Levitar, but they all came from ESPN. Him, all that Paul Torre came in ESPN. He used to be on Around the Horn. That's why people don't believe him because he's an ESPN shield. That's why a lot of people that they call him an ESPN shield. That's what they probably saying. That's like, look at this shield, shielding for somebody. Yeah, but I don't think he's a shield. I think he's genuine. If he really got let go by ESPN like that, and he was trying to investigate ESPN, oh, it's raps. They try to tell this man to shut the fuck up. I think his career is gonna be cut short if he ain't careful. Like, he reporting. Yeah, he telling the truth, but they gonna try to tell him he lying at the same time. He ain't getting no interviews after this. He better be careful. That shit with that Microsoft shit, he gonna lose. He gonna lose some money. Pablo Torre. He's making money on the stories. He's getting money, but he ain't making that real money. If he wants to be successful being a journalist, they gonna block him every chance they get. They gonna make sure he ain't shit. And they're doing that to see if he's gonna break. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna pay him off. I think this is gonna be a money thing, and I think me personally, no one cares about this scandal with Kawhi and the money because it's all about money. Nobody's going to jail over this shit because the league's gotten corrupt now. It's been corrupt before. Adam Silver was there. David Stern used to do some shit. Yeah, he didn't let it slide, but it was corrupt at the same time. I don't care. People need to start acting like David Stern wasn't corrupt. Yes, he was. That's why a lot of people don't like the NBA today. That's why he passed away the way he did. And I don't give a fuck about Stern or Silver. Silver's the worst. Yes, he's lazy, but Stern ain't good either. Let's not act like y'all think he's angels. Y'all need to cut that shit out and do your research. Hell, Rasheed was exposing him and Donahue. That's why a lot of people don't like the NBA now. We'll get another lazy ass commissioner like a Silver, but worse. And then you say he corrupt too. Yeah, but y'all don't realize y'all love this bullshit. Y'all got to stop lying to the people, man. People gonna look at y'all crazy, regardless of the culture. Y'all act like y'all blessings from God or some shit. But I just look at things like, what's the purpose of getting upset with certain people that have certain things on Kawhi. But Kawhi's straight, you know what I mean? Kawhi, he gonna do what he gonna do. Like I said, he got owe some of that money, but I think Uncle Dennis, some like, and some company sponsoring without his permission and his likeness. You know, so you got to be careful with things like that. But the league just don't care. No, he's a superstar. He get away with a whole lot. Yeah, they hold everybody. Now he's trying to look into the Jalen Brunson thing. I thought that was interesting too. Pablo Torre better slow down. Better focus on Kawhi. That's some serious shit. Bomber may sue him for that. You know what I'm saying? Like Bomber don't care about these reporters from ESPN because he gonna look at him as a fake journalist. And that's what's going to happen with guys like Pablo Torre. He better be careful because he may not ever get a job again or doing this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He better watch his back. And Mark Cuban told him they own his head. See, billionaires don't care. They want their dollars to be met. See, y'all gotta understand, billionaires don't care about the average person. And they usually don't. And they don't because they want their bottom line. See, y'all gotta understand, billionaires care about one thing is resources. Oh, this is perfect. I found me a gun that does damage. And I found me a gun that does damage. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to talk about this a little bit because that's been going on YouTube for a minute about the Kawhi situation. I wanted to talk about that. I think it was last week, and I said, "Man, they serious. And they trying to say he lying now." I'm talking about Balmer and shit. We don't know the facts, man. I mean, we know the facts that they had something to do with it, but I don't know if they're telling the truth. I don't know who's telling the truth at this point because you can't trust what someone have a source. Yeah, he got source, he got evidence, but that don't mean he's right though. You got to prove that shit in court. See, nowadays you can't just say, "Oh, he did this, he did that, he took money over to you." All players, this ain't nothing new. Pablo Torre has to understand they all doing it. So blaming Kawhi is a distraction to me. And what's going to hurt them at the end, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your money. So you got to understand, guys like Pablo Torre need to be quiet and go sit down. Like he did a good thing. Just give it to the source of the judge. See what he's doing is hurting himself. You can't be the guy and expect people to side with you and you're gonna lie on people because then they're gonna call him a liar. See, Pablo Torre has to understand they look at him as a liar because he used to be on ESPN okay with the money shit. I say he okay. No, he's just a typical dude and used to be a fan of it. Now he wants to be anti this and that. See, I see right through these people. It's a motive. And when you see a fraud, you see a fraud. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit, bro. Like, don't listen, don't take nobody's stuff face value. Just don't do it. Because what's gonna happen is when you take everything face value, you hurt yourself. Yeah. I'm just looking at this right now. But yeah, Pablo Torre, he's the type of guy that will look for information and try to say this guy did this guy did that. But me personally, Pablo just need to just chill out, bro. Ain't nobody studying you like that. I mean, I get what he's trying to do in so many words and see. Yeah. But you know, it's just stuff coming out. The gambling thing is huge and all that. Yeah, it's true. Oh, let me see something going on. Yeah, I wouldn't take his stuff. Like, I just got to see. You know, I researched it and we talked, and he's telling the truth on certain things. But they're investigating. You know, the feds take their time. Like I said, they wait 5 years. Hell, sometimes be 10 years. Feds do 5 years each, and then 5 years would be 10 years, and they finally investigate, and then they ain't got nothing. So the feds don't care nothing about us. That's why I don't care what they say. Half time they be lying too. Fuck them and fuck anybody else. I'm just saying as a whole. Like I don't trust anything what these sorry federal motherfuckers say. They always piece of shit lies. If people stop lying, and that's why I say fuck all co-rich and the feds because they all go together. Like y'all niggas is so dumb, bro. Like don't believe what a government says. Government lies all the time. That's why they get dealt with violently. And this is why terrorism is so high. And your boy, the people that voted for that idiot, you know, it's over for him. Like there's no way people thriving for that. Only idiots that vote for him now they looking stupid. Tariffs, it's his tariffs. They try to say it's someone else's tariffs. Y'all slow. It's his tariffs, and y'all ain't getting shit. I'm sick of people siding with that freak and know damn well he don't deserve to be what he is. He don't deserve that. He lied about what he was, and he was convicted. So yeah, he's a fraud. Like anybody that support him, I look at you and your mindset, and they don't care nothing about you like that. Y'all gonna learn today that people don't care, bro. Everybody's on bullshit. So you got to look at this shit as what it is. Stop lying to the world, man. Because a lot of people are so fake on the internet and then act like he's not a problem, but he is. It's a liability problem. Let's see something real quick. Yeah, I'm just looking at what's going on right now, but you know, Brandon Tater Tot siding with the fake Holy Land people, the frauds over there, the Medomites over there, and then he trying to say I'm a sympathizer to them. He said there is no genocide over there, sir. Yes, it is. It's confirmed by their own people and everybody else. If you do research, that is genocide, and we ain't talking about them Gentiles and them heathens over there. They get what they get, and they sorry ass idolatry, what you call Islam, is fading out. No one gives a damn about that sorry ass religion. It's been sorry for years, and it has not done nothing but destruction. Only fools believe that dumb shit. I get it. You know, I get people believe in it, but I'm gonna tell you this: who cares about it? It's been weak for years. Malcolm tried and he saw right through it. Shouts out and rest in peace to brother Dawood saying that. But man, they don't care. Because if they really cared about taking over, they won't have no issues. Y'all gotta act like this religion is above everything. No, it's not. It ain't shit. It's a stupid idol religion, and they lie by everything else. Y'all just gotta look at it for what it is. Nobody cares about that. It's a dying breed. But you got people believing what they want to hear. It's crazy, man. Brandon Tater Todd, and they says his own fans turn on him. I saw the same guy that's reacting to this about the females, and it's just like, hey, bro, like who cares? They always gonna hate our females, bro. They always gonna hate our women that we call them, but they're really not. You got women, then you got females. Our people that's brainwashed that don't want to be called the W word no more. Go figure. But it goes to show you that people are losing their minds out here. See, when you're on this tube site, the news, the internet, and especially X, which I formerly known as Twitter, but who takes them idiots seriously? They stupid as hell on there and still dumb. And see, the reason the hate for them is on X, and they gotta understand. Stop promoting dumb shit. If they stop promoting dumb shit, people won't talk bad about you as much. They talk bad about me because I'm a black woman. And they act stupid. And they know they're stupid. They act stupid because that's what they want. They're moronic sometimes. I'm not moronic. I'm just being who I am. I'm in my truth. I'm in my truth. I'm in my truth. I'm in my truth. If you're in your truth, baby, you out of there. You out of there. You can't be saying you're in your truth. You over here lying and be on BS all the time. But you have to understand, y'all be talking the same dumbass shit, same with the dudes, these simps out here that y'all love. Y'all shit ain't thriving. See, it's over. Y'all gotta understand, there's a lot of weak motherfuckers on the internet, bro. And they saying outlandish shit. Outlandish shit. I mean, I'm not saying outlandish, but you know what I mean. They say out there outlandish shit. And you think that's gonna be us out here? No. No. We know what's up and we know what it is. Yeah. And we know what it is. It's eruption over here. So, you got people out here tripping about things going online and going crazy. And after that, it just goes to show you what time it is. Let me see something real quick. Let me separate real quick. I'll be right back. Let me separate real quick. But it's just like, man, it's crazy. I'm back. I had to check something. It's a nice day. It feels like a light summer. We had a light summer down here in Georgia. Like we rained a lot. We had this humidity heat wave bowl, but they said it's been hot in September. California. Well, it's a drought. They ain't get much rain. Once you're in that damn desert, you get what you fucking get. This fuck nigga, what's his name? Black Hokage. You know, he's a clown. He's a simp, by the way. And he's a casual that plays video games. Like, y'all know who I'm talking about. This dude, the anime, these dudes that like I have no problem with anime games, but they're cool sometimes. But you got these weirdos, they take it too far, and they're the worst motherfuckers I can't stand. And they're the biggest casuals that ruin everything. That's why video games what it is. They try to blame it on, yeah, tariffs are to blame. Yeah, you didn't get your Nintendos. And he talks about the PlayStation. No one plays PlayStation, you dumbass. I've been a PlayStation person since I was 9 years old, and then I stopped playing that shit when I was like in my 30s. I'm an Xbox guy. I like shooters and other games. That's it. That has brain teasers, and that's it. That's just a side hobby that I do. But outside of that, you know, I do other things as well. But I don't promote that on here because you got a lot of weirdos out here. They ain't got no real hobbies. That's one of the side hobbies I keep my mind spinning or whatever. That I don't be outside, be socializing with these idiots out here because you got a lot of simps and idiots and dumbasses out here. I'm just keeping it real, man. It's a lot of fake motherfuckers in the world. And yes, they voted for Trump, and these dumbasses don't even communicate well. Just like the fresh and fit. I call them flimsy and flamsy. I call them like that's what I call them. Those are fuck niggas, man. And I just saw Myron. Someone reviewed Myron on, and shouts out to the boys and on the gram, T gram. Shouts out to APTV and all them. I just posted a video that Walls Production talked about him, and this so-called white woman was trying to check him on this shit, and she don't listen. That's true. I agree. Both sides can be right at the same time. I don't care what Myron said. He got some points, but I don't fuck with his show like that. But yes, he tried to talk to them and try to correct them on a college campus and see, you know, damn well they're gonna cook your ass, and you're not even welcome by those people. See, anybody listen to Myron is suspect to me. I don't listen to him like that. I mean, I know other people react to it just for content, for entertainment. That's cool. But I'm talking about actually listen to him and take his word. And he said, ain't nobody listening to them fools. And that's why a lot of people hate Alvin Priest for correcting them because they don't fuck with the space like that. They don't. A lot of people don't like Alvin Priest. They there for entertainment, and then they try to go after the red pill spaces. Well, first of all, they don't know nothing about red pill. They just know from O'Shea and them guys, and that's their problem. That's what hurts these guys. Now, I don't agree with everything they say, but they have some good points about these dudes. Yeah, stop calling them red pill. These are blue pill dudes that think about the pussy. That's true. But I don't hate to women at that point because I ain't no loser like that. See, anybody that does that is a simp to me, regardless. Simps come in many forms. They hate females. They whine about females. I don't. I don't care for them. I wish they get better. You know what I'm saying? Why I hate old pussy for? But I'm not gonna defend they dumbass shit either. I hold them accountable. That's what I do. But what I do is I don't need to make them as my content. It's irrelevant. It's boring. Everybody's done that. Let them say what they want. I ignore them and just kick them out of here. That's why they get mad at me because I ain't budging. You see this icon I got? I erupt things. I tear up shit. I'm not the one, baby. I'm not the one, baby. I'm not the one. Because I keep it too proud and loud. I am not a wild card. Buster card. I got that from Rich Boy's album. That's an old album. Y'all don't know about that. He's a Buster card. And people be laughing and giggling and shit. They said, what's this nigger talking about? What's this man talking about? What's this bull talking about? What's this nigger talking about? That word. Ain't nobody caring about that. But that Brandon Tatum I talked earlier, and I'm all over the place when I'm talking, but him and other people, it's just like y'all sell up for a quick dollar for the man. Different. Then you got these slow ass rednecks thinking they white and they're really not. The elite of them people don't care about them. They care about white folks. No, they don't, because they stupid. They believe they're important. They're not. They the dumbest people in the world. And they slow as shit. I'm important. I'm important than everybody else. And they're not even that important. They stupid as hell. Stupid as shit. If you that important, why the fuck you let people in your shit? Let's keep it 1,000. It's so elementary. Too strong, baby. Too strong. I'm glad I picked the right game to play in the background in the stream. I am not playing no damn Dying Light. That's a brain teaser game. I'm trying a new series. It's a post zombies. You know what I think of zombies? They look like niggas, man. Techland ought to be ashamed of themselves. Why do they look like niggas? And Dead Island, I saw the Dead Island series. They create the first one, Techland, like it's okay to a certain extent, but Dying Light ain't nothing but a post-apocalyptic, and they got these things at night. They call them volatiles. They remind me of ghouls from Doom. That game has its points. The story is okay, but they said the first game was in Haran. That's in somewhere in the desert, right? Which y'all call the Middle East or whatever. Well, me personally, ain't nothing special about it, but the gameplay is phenomenal. The classic number one, yeah, it's gritty. Like they said, it's true. What they lied about, the park card to me is mid. I said to myself, why is it so mid? And I know why. They put too much. Have a connection boo boo going on. Oh, God. Log into the account. Connection boo boo. Okay. Okay. I see it now. Okay. All right. 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 There we go. Connection boo boo. Woo! I've almost lost y'all for a minute. Almost lost y'all for a minute. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I bleaked out. If y'all bear with me, that my connection almost knocked me off a little bit, but you know how it is. So let's just say that the truth about what they say about so-called black women, right? What they call, these all they black people. Yeah, yeah, that's what society calls it. We already know what we are in the scriptures, but you got a lot of brainwashed fools on here, right? But the good thing about me is I understand the plight of everything. So yeah, the world is a little different. You deal with things, you deal with nonsense, and you kind of just take things in stride. But yeah, I've been listening to different content creators on here, and they're entertaining. I don't really get into much flack, and fall's gonna come middle of September. In case y'all do know that. In case y'all do know that, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying. I look at these things what it is. I try not to just go crazy in the moment. I know it's 2:36 right now, Eastern time, and I know wherever y'all at is 2:32 over here. Central time is probably 1:36. I remember that shit when I was in school. It was one something where I was at. I've been in school around this time, Central time zone that I grew up. But as an adult coming here at, you know, legal adult when I was 19, but I was still a kid. I was still young and almost consider adult at 21. Young adult. But 18 is like adults consider, they say. That's true, but sometimes you don't be legally until you turn 21. So yeah, it's true. 21 and all that. But I came here at 19 in 2007, telling my age and all that. And I look back at it now, I said from that point on here, listen, living this for almost like a decade, almost 20 some years. That shit's wild. And I look back at it now, I'm like, I've been listening to Eastern time zone since 2007 all the way to now. Amazing, ain't it? Decades later. Central time zone all my life growing up and born, but I've been to other time zones too. Mountain time I haven't been. That's like 12:37 where they at. Pacific they 11:37 right now in the Pacific. So four time zones. If y'all live in the Pacific, y'all skywatch me, whatever. Hey man, y'all better be glad it's not two over there, because if it was two over there, it'd be about five something over there. It'd be five something, 37, and it'd be two where you at. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in the afternoon, shit. We in the afternoon after we over here early. We're ahead of y'all. It's daylight where y'all at. So yeah. They think about lunchtime. See, the time zone's different. Everybody say, I'm in breakfast. I know you in breakfast. Hell, we was in the afternoon and in the morning show, y'all in the morning. So I say good morning, good afternoon. You know what I mean? I'll say afternoon where y'all at. And it is what it is. I come around two something. And 2 o'clock, usually I can say 2:15 or two. I'll probably do two. But the next time, if I do a Wednesday thing, like next year, it's gonna be earlier than that. It'll be like one something. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see. I don't know about one. Probably later than that. Because I gotta think about my time too. And I look at things like that. So I find it interesting. I'll pick a day or two. Because Thursday streams is crazy. But when you think about Wednesday, you start the week. Good week to watch certain things, and you be like, all right, this is cool. But I look at it like, yeah. Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs, my man Degenerate said they on decline. I agree. I agree. It's a lot. So you know how that goes. But anyways, yeah, man, I hear a lot of people talk about certain games coming out. Like old boy was saying, I'm talking about his clown ass. A lot of games are good, but there's a lot of filler and there's a lot of bugs and glitches. And I heard the PlayStation 6 is gonna be expensive too. We already know the PS5 is expensive because of the tariffs. And y'all know about that. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. Uh Guy's current president's got, yeah, he's got them files, them E files. I call them E files instead of saying Epstein files. Let's call them the E files now. For now on, if y'all mention Epstein files, I call them the E files for now. The E files be all types of shit. Yes, I do live stream outside, but I don't feel like it no more because I got a different device and whatever. I don't do those no more because they got a lot of restrictions. They done changed up on me, and I did those. Those days are done, bro. I'm just currently, in my spot, chilling. And then, I can take you outside with the cameras. I'm not interested in that. I'm not that them vlog days over. If I really want to vlog, yeah, I want to talk and do all this other dumb shit. They said microphones are not important. That's a damn lie. If you're doing reactions, yeah, you better use a microphone. And if people say they don't use microphones, it's stupid. They said you don't need a mic. That's a damn lie. If you try to be successful, you do. Because if you're dealing with media and they use the word term, and I hate the term social media. See, social media is a oxymoron term. It's actually social networking. Social media is a term created by bitch ass boomers in our generation that don't know shit about the internet. People been on the internet since the beginning before 9/11. Before 9/11. So 9/11 is tomorrow, like the holiday of America's 9/11. People gonna celebrate it. Yeah, so much for them. Yeah, it's over. But I look at things like that. The internet was so at its peak, to me was 2009. Prior to 2009, and I'll never forget, I've been on YouTube since 2007. You have to remember, this is my second channel. This channel's been going on since 2012. So I've been around before 2012. So y'all don't know who I am because I had my actual name on my channel. That's how I got deleted. It was a psyop to take us down. We was speaking loud, rough, and all that, going against them niggas, and it cost me my channel. And I shouldn't have, but hey, I took the risk. You had to risk something. This site was no more after that. Now it's watered down, commercialized with, y'all use the word SM, but don't understand that this site wasn't shit prior to that and now. Everybody's leaving this damn site, which is surprisingly great. So you can edge out certain things. Only reason I'm on this site, I just do content time to time. I don't do it all the time. I just do the live streaming thing. That's it. Talk about current events. That's it. That's the only thing. I do it as a hobby. YouTube is just a tool that I use. I don't use it as a thing to go overboard. Some people are delusional. If there's a day that I choose not to do content, I can, and I'll set a stream there and there. Depends on how I feel. But I always gonna do my content, bro. I don't call myself a content creator and just say, "Oh, he's a content creator. He ain't gonna do much." I'm like, shit, boy, you have no idea who I am. When I did live streaming, man, it was cool. They let you do grenade launches and as a handgun, but they don't. Yeah. So, the one thing I can say about the internet, like it's changed a lot since I was coming up. And these kids today, they have no options of freedom of what they say. I mean, they do, but not to the point like we was saying all raise up and test the waters. These kids, they say some controversial lawsuits and bitch ass shit. That's what you get. And it's just like what you see in video games. You just got a lot of suckers that dictate the propaganda of what's going on. Like you really got to look at it as the key of the weeds of what's going on. But these young people, they're brainwashed. They always say social media started in 20, in 20. They try to say it started like later than like that's cap. It started years ago, and they never called it SM. They called it social networking. There was no such thing as social media. Anybody use that term, social media is retarded. Boomers created that term. We created that term and extended it, think it's SM. It was never called that. I remember people call it social networking. They never used the word SM. Only weak motherfuckers of my dad's generation, my generation, fucked it up for everybody. Call it SM. It's not no media. So anytime you hear the term SM means media, media means a lot of things. You got microphones, nice sound systems, noise animations, noise cancellations, sound effects on the radio, being a shot jock. You gotta have a microphone to talk shit to people, and people hate people with mics for that reason. And the reason they don't like microphones is because the power it holds. They don't have the power because they ain't got none. If they have a mic, they won't be dissing you like that. I promise you. If you're a man with a nice microphone, a nice sound, your sound would be incredible. A boy try to tell me about sound. He can't tell me nothing about sound. He a hater. That's all he is. That's what haters do. They don't want to give you credit, and they never did. And I just stopped fucking with them. I treat these niggas what they are, bro. They hoes to me. I treat this whole space like a bunch of hoes. Fuck them followers over there he got because they bitch ass niggas in real life and they ain't doing nothing constructive. They're fucking simps in it today, and that's a fact. That's why Platinum don't give a fuck about you. That's why he call y'all simps. And it's the truth. Like, is he not lying? No. Get off that bullshit. Y'all some bitch ass niggas in real life. Yeah, it's a fact. Y'all don't want to admit that, but you are hoes. Y'all get dealt with and get fucked up in real life. That's a fact. Y'all not built like that. If you was built like that, you would shut the fuck up and help your brothers out here. See, if it was a real manosphere space, there will be no bitch assness in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's why Taz was funny, but Taz is a fuck nigga too. Fuck him too. And he didn't represent us as a whole, but at least he had some dignity as a somewhat of a. I wouldn't even call him a man. He's a clown, by the way. But there's other men better than him. I had on my platform, they were decent. They were okay. They ain't perfect either. But I'm just saying, like, that's a shame though. But the Manosphere was a great space at one time. 1.0 was the greatest I've seen. 2.0, not so much. They failed. They tried their manhood and then they try to talk all this shit about females all day. That shit gets old after a while. Yeah, we know the females is brainwashed. They hate the black boys' sons, but that's a form of programming. That's a form of what we called over here is utilitarianism. That's their concept of controlling the sexual market, the non-sexual market of the fellas. And it's designed to destroy us as a whole, as a people. So what way is you mess up someone's sexuality, you do damage. You do a myriad of damages, and you make sure he don't rehabilitate, resuscitate of who he is as a person. See, when you come with these vernacular seeds of what's happening, you see what the world is going into, right? But these spaces, they don't value any ethics of what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? 2.0 has been around for a minute since 2015, and that's why it's been destroyed since 2020. I'll say 2022. That's when it destroyed. When Kevin passed away, that was over. The space has been dead, bro. You don't see him making content and streams no more. Remember, Ramil was the guy, and Ty City, they were the standard at the time during before the what should call it, the live streams, and we had our epic streams and shit. That shit's wild, bro. That shit's wild. And you have to look at it like, where's the unity? You know what I'm saying? 1.0 had the website, and then people stop donating, they start hating, you know? That's part of the game. You know, you go through that hate just to build your success. And I think part of that is like you look at these things, you be like, all right, this is interesting, because I'll never forget the years of the pandemic era. We just been like, oh well, you know, this is us. So yeah, did we have some good characters? Yeah, we had some good people. I had some great streams. Y'all can watch today, the old, and I said what I said back then. I meant what I said, and I ain't changed a bit. The only thing different is now I look at things different now, and um, people got to look forward to. It's a big picture issue, but we see things from a different lens. So, there's a ton of stuff we can look at. There's a ton of stuff we look at, and we make sure things is efficient. So, yeah, this stuff is valuable. Got this out the way. Okay. Hit that right quick. So, okay. Get my percentages in. Okay. Yeah. 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 I'm just looking at it for what it is, and that's all these spaces that you see. And I'm just gonna like hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Yeah. I'm just gonna focus on here. Okay, so yeah, the house of okay, image that Trump drew like image of like oh no ain't nobody caring nothing about dude, man. He's a fraud. He's up out of there. But the thing about me is like I look at these things as standard proof. Oh wow. Oh, we really going that way. Okay. 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 She's a C word and a half. Okay. Surgency. Okay. It's easy. Oh, this is gonna be easy. 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 This is gonna be easy because it's a lot of things going on, but you know, to here to say this, I think at the time when we was talking about the situation was going on in the world, and people was pro this and pro that, I didn't care about that Trump shit. Anybody was pro Trump, it was something 2016. People was okay with it at the time. But what hurt us as a people, like the ones that did support, oh, he's for us, and it's like, no, he wasn't. You just a delusional ass C word. They were still on that classist shit. Now, race is a construct of the class, but they use that to hurt everybody. Now they don't care about their own people. They get what they get. Now they can't be what they say. You can't be racist with an empty stomach, and there's some truth to that, and it's some truth. It's just like what we said years back, even in 2020, and even in 2021 during the times I was on old boys shit. Who has time to attack people? Huh? Who has time for that? I'm just simply who has time for that? Nobody. Cause see, if you're telling me that who has time for all that, you got to look at it for what it is. It's too much time consuming for one person to endure. Like you got to look at these things, man. I mean, I did fairly well. What's going on? Couple of days and all that. Yeah, we had some hiccup burners and all that stuff. But so far I'm just like, okay, they over here in old Pueblo. Y'all excuse me, I'm playing I think I'm playing Far Cry 6 in the background. And I gotta say, the female character in this game. Now I played as a male character when I very first played it. I bought it last year. It crashed on my old Xbox One S. I got the Series S. And I gotta say, on the Series S is awesome. I played it all this year. And I finished the first playthrough. It was a male character. He was good. I did the insurgency. Yeah, it was mediocre. But the female character is better in the new game plus, and especially if you play through your first play as the female character known as Danny, she's lethal. But this game was designed for female characters. Like I said, politics and games. They want to do that to apply a certain group of people, and them people don't play these games, and that's fact. But what hurts the game, the crash issues, the glitches, the launches, and all that stuff, that set this game back. And what really set it back, it was just the stuff that was in it. And I felt like at the time, people just look at things like, okay, I think they said they're going to make Far Cry 7 more political. Well, number 6 was more political. I mean, Giancarlo Esposito, I remember him years ago. He used to play a movie Fresh and Do the Right Thing. My dad said boycott South when he was younger. See, everybody don't remember him playing those old movies because I remember them because growing up looking at those movies at the time, with family. Those are some wild movies. But I did see it when I got older, like, yeah, because I remember him back in the day. He was cold back then. And I used to watch them in the 90s when I was a little older. And I was already in the radar movies when I was so small because my parents was slightly younger. They wasn't older than it is now. But I look back at his shit and look at all the stuff he did before he got to Hollywood. Spike Lee made their careers, Samuel Jackson, you name it. And that's true. And he put them on the map. And that's how you look at stars today. You look at people and you look at things that you need. But the things about him playing as the villain in this game is iconic. Fit with the culture and everything. A lot of people remember him from Breaking Bad, but he's been around a long time. Long time, long time. See, a lot of his new fans is new. They don't know all the old shit he played with. What Spike Lee was directing. They forgot he was a director. I remember them days, man. But his best work with that was Fresh. It's a movie called Fresh. It's an old movie. He played as a drug dealer at the tail end, but got locked up. If you haven't seen the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But he's in that movie as well. He's in that movie as well. He played the hell out of that. Esposito was in that movie, and he was also in Do the Right Thing with the Glass Charm Boy because I always playing some villain role, and that's what put him on the map. That's what put him on the map, and that's what put him on the map, and it remains to be seen. But the world is like collapsing on his head right now. But you know what hurts our females or our so-called women? It's the rise of OnlyFans and shit like that. That hurts us a lot. And I think part of that is like dudes, they objectify them so much, saying what they do us as men. But you look at that stuff, who's to blame? Society that y'all support. And that's just something that you got to look at for what it is, what it takes. Man, it's some wild shit. Blue Sky will comply with age verification laws in South Dakota and Wyoming after exiting Mississippi. Blue Sky's got verification laws. Wow, and they said from Mississippi. Over its new age assurance law, the social networking startup is taking a different approach to comply with laws in South Dakota and Wyoming. Instead of requiring Blue Sky to restrict access to all unverified users, users in South Dakota and Wyoming can verify their ages through Kids Web Service, KWS solution. The service allows users to choose from multiple methods to verify their ages, which may include payment cards, an identity document, an anonymous face scan for facial age estimation, or other alternatives. Blue Sky is using the same service to comply with the UK's Online Safety Act, which has similar requirements. See, that's why it's dying. That's why it's dying. It's bad enough they want to identify you. It's over, bro. The internet is dead. It's officially dead. See, shit like this, that affects everybody. I'm gonna tell you this shit. It's gonna be reversed in a couple more years. What they're doing is criminal. Like I said, Voting red is dumb. They don't care about you like that. They just want to steal data off of you and then try to. No, it's over. No, everybody's not going for that. And that's what you got to collapse of the internet. Thanks a lot. Now apps is gonna make it harder. Ain't nobody paying for that. No, it's over. Now you got to crack shit to find people. It's pathetic. Blue Sky is a no go for me. Fuck Blue Sky. It's gonna go out of business because of this shit. Nobody's going for that doxing shit. I'm trying to tell you that scamming shit. Yeah, I'm glad I read that. I'm gonna put this on the other platform. Shouts out to the boys. Shit is stupid. Fuck Blue Sky. If anybody went to Blue Sky and try to hate X ain't gonna do that. But you know, Blue Sky ain't going for that age. They want to be anonymous, and Blue Sky's doing that. I show you these new websites are done, bro. They ain't gonna make it. They gonna lose some money. I try to tell you them tariffs is real, bro. I try to tell you who y'all voted for matters, or handpick who y'all want to be handpicked matters. They don't give a fuck about you, but y'all stupid to go the other way. Don't listen to these bitch ass people on the internet. I'm gonna talk to y'all a couple minutes, like, you know, a few minutes. I mean, because I'm almost got to go. But damn, man, it's crazy. Why the U.S. Patent Office denied Jordan Hudson's trademark application for Bill Belichick? Oh, I don't want to hear that. He won his first game at UNC. He trying to get a win. He better win some games and do good. It's his first year. Ubisoft is cutting jobs within its publishing team. What else is new? They try to make more money. They said innovation makes games. Discord operational after major outage in US. I gotta say, fuck Discord, by the way. September 8th, social platform Discord said its service had been restored after a major outage in US early. The company's status page said all of the systems were operational after it's down for over 100,000 users. The outage eased about 1,300 users reporting issues the platform at 7:50 p.m. but Eastern from its peak by 122 to 277 incidents at 6:20 p.m. That was 2 days ago. May's attempts 2 days ago. Yeah. They got an article about this shit. So yeah, man, Blue Sky. If y'all Blue Sky user or whatever, I don't fuck with them. Thank goodness I don't have Blue Sky. Fuck that out. Over and I try to tell you, fuck Jack Dorsey and him. There's a better solution for that. But see, a lot of kids be on Blue Sky. These fucking weirdos, bro. Age restriction ain't gonna save y'all. It has to be a trade-off. And let me tell you something about the internet. It's dead now, thanks to you idiots having a lot of these damn kids. You fucking weirdos. Don't know how to raise your kids. And now, let me tell you something. All this shit's gonna be reversed probably 2 years from now. I'm not saying next year, but the year after, I think it's gonna be reversed. Watch what I tell you. It's gonna affect everybody. People ain't going for that. Now you're gonna see a rise of anarchy. That's what y'all get. You get what you heard it here first. It's not gonna be good for nobody. That way of thinking is not going nowhere. The people are gonna be less and less on the internet. And see, people don't want to be on YouTube. That's why people's striving here. They already got your information. They're already doing that. But other sites like Blue Sky, that's worse. That is a form of doxing. People ain't going for that. That Lob said they're gonna leave the internet. No, they're just gonna leave period and be on a separate internet. Like I try to tell you, there's two internets. Something happens to Chrome or anything, people gonna go to DuckDuckGo. They're gonna go to these other platforms. Watch, it's gonna hurt these platforms' money, and they're gonna have to change because they're always competing with each other. Like I said, they want to keep you in this utilitarianism bubble equals what they call capitalism as their religion. I've said this 4 years ago. They're gonna change a lot of stuff to fuck up shit, and people gonna reject it and go somewhere else and do damage. They want the money. You know what I'm saying? They can't do nothing. They go out of business. That's how you, the consumers are winning on the low. They're not listening to stupid casuals that be complaining that the elites are winning. No, you're just a casual and you believe what they told you to. You fucking shield. You fucking casual. Anyways, shalom to the people of Israel, to the Gentiles. Until next time. And yes, I will see you the Wednesday after next. Until next time, I'm signing off and I'm out.